So today I'm out here filming with my new GoPro Hero 8, and right behind me I have 3 Mini Cooper 4-doors. Now, what exactly am I doing out here with these 3 cars? Well, you'll find out shortly, but before I do that, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click the notification bell. So yes, I have 3 Mini Cooper 4-doors here. I have a Cooper S, and a Cooper S. Now, why do I have 2 Cooper S's? Well, we'll get to those 2 shortly, but we're going to go over these 3 cars, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the way they're equipped, what's so great about them. They're equally fun little vehicles, and this Cooper has a little bit of a surprise for you. So this is a 4-door 2020 Mini Cooper hardtop. Now, as you can see, it's chili red, white roof, white mirror caps. But notice those wheels. This is because a customer who bought an iconic trim didn't want these wheels. They wanted 16s that were on this car. So this car now has 18s. And that's not a bad thing. I actually think it makes this look like a pretty cool little car. Now inside, of course, we have the standard leatherette interior. These are the bench seats. We have the 7-speed dual clutch transmission. This is a standard spec Mini Cooper hardtop. It does have a panorama sunroof, which is very nice. And it has room for more people. And if you're like me, you can actually fit in here. It's not bad. I can get in here fairly well. That being said, this isn't really designed to be a long cruising 4-door. It is more designed to be a use the back seats when you need them kind of car. But it's not bad. Now, because this is a longer vehicle, it also has laser paper in here. I did not know that was in there. I seriously did not know that was in there. That's funny. But as you can see, it can hold 3 boxes of printer paper. That's funny. I don't know what that's doing in there. But yeah, anyway, it has a lot of cargo space. It can hold 3 boxes of printer paper. I wonder what else is in the back of these cars. But it has the cargo space. It has more space in the back. That's a good thing. It has more space than the 2-door hardtop. From what I know, the 4-door is about 9 inches longer or so compared to the F55 hardtop. But yeah, plenty of cargo space there. I have no clue how this got here. But it's a good thing it's paper. So nothing too different under the bonnet. The 1.5 liter 3-cylinder turbocharged engine, 134 horsepower, 162 foot-pounds of torque. Fairly clean, fairly tidy, very nice. What I love about the Cooper, it's still a lot of fun to drive even though it is a lower horsepower car. It's still turbocharged, it still looks good. This black horizontal slat grille is very nice. I love it with the really nice LED headlights, the LED fog lights, and these 18-inch wheels that were added onto this car actually give it a really, really nice look when you pan out from it. I mean, it is just a very nice setup little car. Now, unlike the hardtops, you might notice some styling cues that are different. So the 2-door hardtop, obviously, the door's longer, the car's a little shorter. The rear hatch is a little more upright, as it were. To make this 4-door not look ridiculous or not look like a wagon, what they did is they raked this line here forward a little bit so that it had more of a angle, as you can see right there. So this also has the standard Cooper spoiler, so not my favorite spoiler. It doesn't look too terrible. More chrome around here and there. Black boot handle, I'm not sure why. Probably because they didn't want to do body color or chrome. Nice little chrome tip right there. Rear sensors for the reverse camera. This one also has, like all of them for that matter, this one also has comfort access. So you push that button and it unlocks the doors as long as you have the key in your pocket. I left the key in the car, but yes, you can push that and it will unlock the car. It does not have power fold mirrors. I think one of them does. Chili red and white contrasting roof and mirror caps is a fairly traditional color combination for a Mini, and it looks really good. I mean, you really can't go wrong with this color combination. It is a phenomenal little color combo. I really like it. This is actually a very good looking little car. I mean, very good looking little car. And yes, some people hate the four-door. They don't like how it looks, but it makes sense when you think about why it exists. It exists so that you can drive this car around whole time, and if you want to carry passengers, you can carry passengers. But if you don't need to carry passengers, you can just use that for extra cargo. Or you can fold down the seat and you can carry more boxes of printer paper, as the case may be. So we're going to turn our attention now to this Cooper S four-door. So here we have a 2020 Starlight Blue Mini Cooper S four-door. This is a signature trim as well. I think that one's also signature trim, but we got the black headlight rings. We got some very nice wheels on this one. Contrasting roof. This one also has the roof rails so that you can actually put a roof rack on this. Very nice. 7-speed dual clutch transmission as well. Leatherette interior, but this time we have the leatherette sport buckets, so you have the thigh extension so you can relax your legs. Very nice. All Minis, unless they are the Clubman or Countryman with the power seats, have this way of adjusting the seat. You pull this lever up to raise it, you push it down to lower it. This handle here will slide it, and of course this handle here will allow you to tilt the seat back up and down. And as you can see, when you go to the back, unlike the two-door hardtops, there's no handle here to flip the seat forward. So these are specific to the four-door variant. And it's a 5-passenger car. You can actually fit 5 people in here. Not for long periods of time, but you can. Map pocket right there. Panorama sunroof, anthracite headliner, very nice. Very, very nice. I like it. More black trim on the rear. So instead of the chrome that you saw in the Cooper, this has black. Center exit tailpipes, which I love. This sounds pretty good from an engine revving standpoint, the little single exit, but I like the dual tips on the Cooper S and the John Cooper Works. It makes it a little bit more sporty. So we open up the hatch here, and I have to actually unlock it because it locks itself. We unlock here. Same thing as that one over there. This also has the height adjustable load floor, so as you can see, it's down in its low position, and if you raise it up to this level, it's now a fully flat load floor. So when you put the bucket seats down, it's completely flat all the way through. That is a very nice system. This is part of the cargo package for these cars, and I think it's something definitely worth having, as it gives you this nice flat load floor so you can fit all your cargo in here. And what's more, you have this partial shelf here that gets in the way when you want to put large amounts of cargo. This cover, when you take it out, you can actually put it under the load floor once it is raised up. The result being, you now conceal that cargo cover right there, and you now have a flat cargo area to get anything you want back here. You can get, I could fit a dresser in this thing really if you really wanted to, or you might be able to fit 9 more boxes of printer paper. You get where this joke is going to continue, right? Now that you have that flat load floor, rendering your back seats useless at the moment, you can come up here to the front, open the bonnet, and under the hood, you have a 189 horsepower, 2-liter turbocharged motor. And not a bad one. 207 foot-pounds of torque. Or 206, somewhere around there. Very nice. And of course, we have the nice LED headlights, all this other detailing here. It's a very pretty little car, and you can still upgrade the heck out of these as far as premium accessories go, as far as dealer installed accessories go, as far as aftermarket accessories go. You can still do aftermarket stuff with both of these. And if you want to do aftermarket accessories on both of these cars, why don't you check out my sponsor's link in the description below? They have everything. They have intercoolers, they have intakes, they have factory accessories even. They have it all. And they're one of my favorite places to go when I need something for my Mini. So why don't you go check them out in the description below, tell them the Miniac sent you. So now that we're done with this one, we turn our attention to this one. This is also a 2020 Mini Cooper S 4-door hardtop in signature trim as well. But this one, unlike this one, has the John Cooper Works appearance package. That gives you these really nice front bumpers, very nice side skirts, a nice rear bumper here, not to mention these wonderful cup spoke wheels, John Cooper Works wheels, very nice. This one also has night jack side scuttles, black mirrors, black roof, and it's finished in emerald gray, which is a really pretty color when it's spec'd in a certain way. I don't usually like this color with the white roof, but it looks really sharp with the black roof. And this is a very good looking car. They even have the blacked out door handles and a blacked out gas cap, blacked out trim rings galore. Is the grille blacked out? No. See, this is a weird thing. They black out everything but the grille. I think if this were blacked out, the whole aesthetic of this car would look even better. Now, why do I like this, and why did I bother bringing it out here when I already have another 4-door Cooper S? This is the closest thing you can get to a John Cooper Works 4-door hardtop. And if you were to equip it as such, and you can install the John Cooper Works brakes as aftermarket, you can install everything to make this a John Cooper Works in a way. You would have to install the John Cooper Works tuning kit. That would bump this from 189 horsepower up to 210 horsepower. So you're not quite at the point where it is a John Cooper Works, but you are pretty darn close, within 18 horsepower. So then you could go and add a bigger intercooler, add a cold air intake, upgrade the exhaust even. You could do all sorts of other things, and you could get the horsepower in this sucker even further up. So essentially you would have, assuming you want a 4-door hardtop, you would have a 4-door John Cooper Works hardtop just by doing those simple things. Now, I don't know the cost for the tuning kit, for the JCW tuning kit. I think it's $2,500 or so installed, but that gives you 210 horsepower up from 189, so that's a pretty good bump. Then you go and you install an aftermarket intercooler, an aftermarket intake, and whatever else you fancy. If you want to do a dyno tune on this, or an RPM tune, you can install that. That takes the horsepower up even further. If you want to do methanol injection in this, and I know someone who's done it, you could probably get this pretty darn close to 300 horsepower. It would be pretty impressive. I think it would be really impressive, but that would make this an even better car. So this is a cool car in my opinion, and it looks really sharp. I mean, inside it does have the standard leatherette interior, sport bucket seats. Very nice though. The standard 7-speed dual clutch transmission, all the standard bells and whistles, has the sport buttons right here for your driving modes. It has the Mini connected right here, John Cooper Works steering wheel. So you're pretty darn close to almost having a John Cooper Works here with this 4-door. And you got this wonderful spoiler right here. Now, the weird thing about the John Cooper Works spoiler on the appearance package when it's on the 4-door is it makes the 4-door's body lines look so much better. I really think it adds some styling to this vehicle. It gives it more pizzazz, gives it more style. It makes it look better. And if you compare it over here with the regular Cooper S spoiler, yeah, it has this nice flare up right here, and it looks better than the Cooper spoiler. But this spoiler makes these cars look so much better. And there's only 2 ways really you can get this spoiler on a Cooper S. And that is either having a iconic trim or having a JCW appearance package. Now, unfortunately, the only way you can get the JCW appearance package is to get a 4-door in the US market. And it has to be a 4-door Cooper S because they don't offer it for the 4-door Cooper. Although I think this, on this car, would look phenomenal. If I had to pick a car that was a 4-door Mini Cooper that I would take home with me right now, I prefer with a manual, it would be this car. Because I like the look of it. I like the styling of it. It has the look I want. It has that cool, sporty look, which is what you want on any car. So I really like it. I mean, I really like this. I think this is a great looking car. Could use Harman Kardon though. So we've seen now 3 4-door Mini Coopers, and we've seen them in 3 different specs. Now, yes, this is not a true John Cooper Works, but with the right equipment and the right upgrades, it could be. You could make this into a 4-door John Cooper Works. Why not? If you really want one, why not do it? I think it could be interesting. I might even do it at some point. Who knows? I like it. I think the 4-door is sort of misunderstood. I think it's a car that gets picked on because it's a 4-door Mini Cooper, and people love to bash the fact that Mini makes a 4-door Mini. And I don't see why there's such an issue with that. I mean, Mini has been known to be revolutionary, and that was the whole point when these cars were designed. They were revolutionary at the time. 1959, no one thought of having a front-wheel drive, transversely mounted engine in one of these cars. In any car, for that matter. No one ever thought of it. No one ever thought of putting the wheels at the 4 corners so that you have more interior space. No one thought of it until Sir Alec Isigonis went and did it. So he revolutionized the car industry by creating a front-wheel drive, small car that could fit 4 people comfortably. And the modern Mini is still no exception. It can still fit 4 people comfortably. It is still a revolutionary small car. So why dog the fact that they've allowed it to be an even better small car? You can now get into the car a lot easier than you could with the 2-door by having a 4-door. Now, yes, if you have the seats slid very far back, you're not going to get anybody back there. But how often are you having people in the back seat when you're driving this car? The average person that's buying a Mini is not buying it for backseat comfort. They're buying it because it is an incredibly fun to drive car. It doesn't matter what configuration it is. It could be a Countryman or a Clubman. It is an incredibly fun car. And I think that this car is incredibly misunderstood just because it is a 4-door. And I think it's worth considering, especially if you like the idea of doing some upgrades to one of these and making it such a cool car that you could really mess with people on the road with the right upgrades on this. The tuning kit on this thing with the Pro exhaust, it just messes with people because they think, oh, it's just a 4-door Mini. And then you pop that valve open and you roast them. And it is a great car. And I'd take this one home. I like it. As you know, I drive a Clubman. It's a long car. This is a long car. My Clubman is actually longer than this. Actually, I don't think that's true. But it is longer than the 2-door hardtop. Now, if one of you out there is interested in a 4-door Mini Cooper, I have several more videos on these cars, and those will be in the playlist at the end of this video. So why don't you join me over in those videos as I talk about those cars and give you a little bit more information on these vehicles and what makes them so great. So let's head over to those videos, and as always, life is too short to drive a boring car, so drive a Mini. And as always, I want to thank Baron Mini again for letting me come out here and use their cars. You know that I come out here and use their cars for almost every video on new Minis. So I hope they're getting the exposure and recognition that they deserve on my channel. And I'm hoping that people out there are seeing that these are fun vehicles. So thanks, Baron, for allowing me to do this.